getting ready to do my first Spartan Ultra. So I just kind of wanted to share with you my packet. I'm hoping I have this right. By all means, by the time that I put this video up, I will have probably already ran the Ultra already. But by all means, please comment if you see any adjustments, because I am actually already excited about doing the next one already after this. So, but we'll see how excited I am after the race. So. Anyway, so I got my, of course, we're gonna start off with the little water bag to carry the water with me. Kind of got a new one, which I'm not used to. I tried it. I ran it already with it once or twice. It's a little bulkier, but it balances very well. With the other ones, I feel like I have to kind of hold it when I run. This one, I've run with it a few times, and I feel like I can just kind of keep my motion. With the extra weight, it kind of just balances the water weight in the back. So I think it's a good trade-off for, a little bulkier, a little heavier, but overall the comfort is a lot more. Of course, gonna put I think it's 2 liters, I believe it is. I don't think it's 2 gallons. I'm pretty sure it's 2 liters. Water in there. I'm gonna put some electrolytes in there. Got the electrolytes to plan to put in there. And of course, there's water throughout the race course as well too. So we'll be doing both electrolytes and water throughout. Also gonna be first thing in the morning. This is what I normally do on most of my running days, even during training. First thing I do, even before coffee, I chug about a bottle of water with electrolytes to kind of fill those reserves, so we can start off with a full tank of reserves of electrolytes. Of course, the number one essential, the gels. This is my favorite flavor, the fruit smoothie ones. So I got quite a bit of these. These will be every 30 to 45 minutes. Of course, we're going to be opening one of these bad boys up, and that's going to be that's going to be lunch for the most part. Lunch during the day. Also have I got some the energy chews as well. This is just to kind of change it up a little bit when you get tired of the gels. The gels are a lot easier to take, a lot quicker. This takes a few minutes because you got to chew. So by the time you get through it, it may take you 5 minutes to get through them all, especially while you're chewing while you're running. So. Not as convenient, but it's just kind of nice to kind of change it up after so many hours. I expect maybe somewhere in the 8-hour range, probably more with the way the weather is looking. It's probably gonna be a very slow course, so I expect us to be out there for a while, out there in that rain. Also have a little transition basket. So this is gonna go into the bucket. Pretty much the same thing I just showed you: the electrolytes, the gels, the blocks. Have some peanut butter crackers in there. Also gonna put some candy in there. I gotta go pick it up on the way to the airport. I'm gonna pick up some little gummy candies or something. Just something so when I just need some sugar in there. I'm probably gonna throw a banana in there, but I'm gonna buy the banana the day before, so don't want to buy that yet. So and that realistically, that's gonna be lunch, right? So that's gonna be about the halfway mark. It'll probably be somewhere around 1 o'clock in the afternoon by then. So definitely the body's gonna be wanting something a little more solid. So that's the crackers and the banana. And the candy is gonna kind of very, very well come in handy for that. But other than that, so that's pretty much for the most part. That's gonna be what I'm gonna be consuming during the race for the most part. Also in the transition bucket, I'm gonna be taking a spare my old running shoes, just in case for whatever reason during the first lap that I have an issue with my shoes, the soles bust or whatever the case happens. Gonna be ready for that just in case. Hopefully you won't need to do that. If you've ever ran a lot of miles and tried to take your shoes off and then put your shoes back on, it's not fun. With the feet swollen, it's never very comfortable. So other than that, so some additional things. The Voltaren, I put this on my knees in the morning before I start running. I started doing this a few years ago. This has been a miracle worker in regards to how my knees feel, especially after the runs. By putting this pre-run, has helped a lot. Of course, we have some anti-chafing. This is extremely underrated. if you've never run long distances before, or if you've run long distances before, you understand about chafing and how uncomfortable that is. It's more of a discomfort than it is pain. But it can be very irritating. So of course, we're gonna put some on before we start, and then have one for the transition bucket as well. So we can kind of double up there if we need to halfway through the race. As I mentioned, the weather looks like it's gonna be a little rough, so gotta adjust, right? So it is getting worse as it gets closer to. So earlier in the week, it was showing 61 degrees of raining in the afternoons. Like, okay, maybe we can get halfway through the race before it rains. But as we're getting closer and closer to the week, to the race, it's now showing a high of 51, 43 at the start of the race. Actually, not even, I think it was 41 at the start of the race last time I checked. So it's going to be a cold, wet day. So not excited about that at all. That's why I say it's probably closer to 10, maybe plus hours to be realistic with it when it comes to if you ever ran it with any Spartan race with mud. It's yeah, it's a pain. So got some gloves, of course. Like I said, it's gonna be low 40s at the start, so 40s and wet, so it's gonna even probably feel worse. So I got some gloves to kind of go along with that. Got a little beanie cap to kind of just put, cover my head up a little bit, try to kind of keep the heat in there. About this new shirt, so I was just reading about. I may mess up the vocab here. The wigged clothes. Essentially, it's like polyester type clothes where it's just you don't want to wear cotton when it's gonna be wet. Which is normally what I wear, cotton type shirt. So it's gonna be a little bit different. So I bought this shirt to kind of start off with. I have a few other shirts kind of with this polyester like material that I'll put in the transition bucket and switch off at the transition bucket if depending on how wet we are, or if it makes sense, because if it's pouring wet, what's the point of even changing? So but yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much my packet. I hope I didn't miss anything. I'm sure at some point, being my first one, I'm gonna make a mistake and I'm gonna forget something. But very excited. It's been about 10 months of dedicated effort for this particular race. So very excited to kind of get it over with. Not even get it over with, just excited to do it, to be honest. We're excited to kind of get in there and suffer a little bit, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, so we'll talk. This is the game plan for this weekend, Saturday. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna we put in the work already. So now we're gonna execute, and yeah, we'll see you on the other side of the race.